Hi and welcome back to my channel. So in this Etoro for Beginners video, I'm going to talk about all the minimum amounts on Etoro because Etoro has a lot. So in this video, I'm going to explain what is the Etoro minimum deposit amount. Then I'll explain what is the Etoro minimum copy amount and what is the Etoro minimum trade size. I'll also explain what is the Etoro minimum withdrawal amount and what is the Etoro minimum stop loss. And I'll also tell you what the minimum copy period is and the minimum amount for an Etoro Smart portfolio. If you want to jump to a specific part, then the timestamps are in the description below. If you're new here, then my name's Ollie and I've been on Etoro for over 5 years, and on this channel we talk about all things related to Etoro, personal finance and investing. So if you enjoy this video, then I'd really appreciate an early thumbs up, as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm so that my content can reach more people. Also, please subscribe and press the bell icon to be notified of the latest videos as I upload new content every week. Please note the information in this video is not intended to be financial advice, and if you want financial advice, you should seek a licensed professional. At the end of the day, I am just a guy on YouTube, so please do your own research, and just so you know, past performance is not indicative of future results. If you're not already signed up to Etoro and decide to sign up while watching this video, then I have an affiliate link down below this video, which if you sign up using it, then I will get a kickback, and it doesn't cost you anything extra, but it really helps support this channel. So bear in mind, this video is correct at the time of recording on the 17th of February 2022, and the information in this video could change at any point. So if there's something you really care about, then I recommend you double check on the Etoro website. So firstly, let's start with what is the Etoro minimum deposit amount. Now, this one depends on which country you're in. So if we look here, the minimum deposit amount for the US and the UK is $10, whereas at the other end of the spectrum, the minimum deposit amount in Israel is $10,000, and anything else is somewhere in between. So I recommend you pause the video on this page because I'm sure I'll bore the hell out of you if I start reading out half the countries from around the world. But if you don't want to pause it, then I'll also put the link to this page in the description below so you can check it out later. A couple of points worth noting is that all bank transfers must be at least $500, and corporate accounts have a minimum of a $10,000 first time deposit. Just to clarify, by a bank transfer, Etoro is talking about a wire transfer from your bank account to theirs. But you can also fund your account using a credit or debit card, PayPal, Skrill or Netella. So next, let's move on to what is the minimum trade size on Etoro. Now, this depends on what asset type you are trading, and the Etoro webpage I found wasn't actually up to date on this info. So the minimum trade size for stocks, ETFs and cryptos is $10. The minimum trade size for indices is $200, and the minimum trade size on Etoro for commodities and Forex is $1,000. As mentioned on my last video, some of these values are quite high for new investors. So if you want to get around the minimum trade size on indices, then instead of investing directly in the index, such as the SPX 500 or the NASDAQ 100, then instead you can invest in an ETF of the index. So for the S&P 500, you would invest in VU or SPY, and for the NASDAQ, you could invest in QQQ. In addition to this, opening a position in the ETF will not come with an overnight or weekend fee, which opening a position in the indices direct would. So that's a little money saving tip for you right there. So next I'll explain what is the minimum copy amount on Etoro, or what is the Etoro minimum copy trading amount. So if you're new to Etoro, then one of their selling points over other brokers is that they allow you to copy other investors' trades. So you do not need to invest the same monetary amount as the investor you are copying, but if you copy them, you will create trades in the same assets that they do with the same proportional amount that they do of their portfolio. So for example, say you copy a trader with $1,000 and that trader that you're copying opens a trade in Tesla with 10% of their portfolio balance, then you would also open a trade for 10% of the money you invested into that trader. So because you invested $1,000 into that trader, you'd open a trade for $100 in Tesla, because 10% of 1,000 is $100. So the minimum amount required to copy another trader is $200. But I actually do another video on this and I explain why you may want to invest more. So I recommend you check that out, and I'll put a link to that video up here and in the description below. Now, Etoro also has these mini portfolios called smart portfolios, and these smart portfolios are managed by Etoro, and they let you diversify your portfolio by investing in arrays of assets and traders. These smart portfolios often have a theme, for example, such as the gaming industry or renewable energy or cryptos. So the minimum amount to invest in an Etoro smart portfolio is $500 for 95% of them. But there are a few smart portfolios, such as the quarterly gainers, sharp traders, and active traders smart portfolios that require a minimum deposit of $5,000, which is big bucks. And I don't personally know why they've done this, because back in the day, all of the smart portfolios used to be $5,000 to invest in. But over time, most of them have dropped except these ones. So who knows why? If anyone does know why, then please let us know in the comments below. So next, what is the Etoro minimum withdrawal amount? So the minimum amount you can withdraw from your account is $30. But bear in mind, there is a withdrawal fee of $5 depending on which Etoro club bracket you fall into. If you don't know what the Etoro club is, it's basically a bracket that you will fall into depending on how much money you have on the platform. And after a certain amount, they waiver this withdrawal fee. But ideally, you don't want to keep withdrawing your money all the time, as this withdrawal fee would eat into your returns. Plus, leaving your money in Etoro should hopefully lend itself to compound growth. Next, I'll explain what is the minimum copy period on Etoro. So there is no minimum period for copying a trader on Etoro. But some popular investors will mention in their bios that they recommend you copy them for a certain period of time, and I have done an in-depth video on this explaining why they may do this. So if you want to check that out, then the link to that is up here and in the description below. So next, what is the minimum stop loss on Etoro? So if you don't know what a stop loss is, then it's basically an instruction to Etoro to close a trade on your behalf if it reaches a specific rate to prevent against additional losses. And it saves you from having to watch your trades 24 hours a day. So while stock markets are only open certain hours of the day, crypto markets are open 24 hours a day. And because they are so volatile, they could go wild while you're asleep. So a well-placed stop loss could save you money. Now, this is a funny one, and I contacted Etoro about this. Etoro's words are, you can expect the minimum stop loss to be somewhere around 5 to 10%, but some assets might be higher. They also said they give their users this ability to place these on all real positions free of charge, which is not the industry standard. But they also said that they must sometimes make updates to their minimum stop loss requirements, especially when the markets are volatile. So that's why there's not a simple answer on this one. But at the time of recording, Ethereum and Solana, the minimum is 10%. So say you took out a trade for $100 and you set a stop loss and you didn't close out the trade manually yourself and that stop loss was hit, then the minimum you would lose is 10% or $10.
Obviously you can set this to anything higher than 10%, but currently on Ethereum, the minimum is 10%.
Obviously, if you were on the platform yourself, you can close the trade out manually with 1 cent in the negative or $1,000 in the positive. You have total control. What I'm talking about here is just the minimum stop loss, and they can be confusing to talk about, so hopefully that makes sense. But looking at Tesla, which is a stock, this can be as low as 0.5%. So for example, on a $100 position, if you set a stop loss and didn't close your trade out manually yourself and you let it hit the stop loss, you would lose 50 cents minimum. So what is the minimum copy stop loss on Etoro? Now, if you're copying someone, you can set a copy stop loss, and this amount represents the copy equity that needs to be reached in order for the entire copy to close automatically, not the amount you are willing to lose. For example, Trader A is copied by Trader B with $100 and a copy stop loss set at $60, meaning Trader B does not want the copy relationship to lose more than $40 before the copy stop loss triggers. So Trader A has two positions, one that has gained $10, another that has just dropped to minus $50. At that point, the copy stop loss triggers and both positions, the losing position and the gaining position, are closed, and the copy relationship with that trader is disconnected. Now, if this is enabled, the minimum is 5%. So for a $1,000 copy position, the minimum or the least you could lose using a copy stop loss is $50. So I think that's it for all the minimum amounts on eToro. Hopefully there aren't any that I have missed off, but if there is, then please let us know below and I'll try and get the answer to you. Let us know below what's the minimum amount you copy a trader with, or the minimum period you'll copy a trader for. I'd love to know, and I read all your comments. Also, if you got any value from this video, then please smash the like button, as it really helps the channel massively. And for those of you interested in signing up to eToro and haven't already, then there's an affiliate link down below this video, where if you do sign up using it, then I will get a kickback, and it doesn't cost you anything extra, but it really helps support this channel. Also, if you want to learn more about eToro, I have a whole playlist on it, so I'll put the link to that up here and in the description below. But if you also want to learn more about personal finance or investing, I recommend you subscribe and press the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any future updates, as I upload new content every week. It's been Ollie from Get Geek Finance. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.